You're watching PowerNation. Today on Carcass, we start a new project with some big plans in mind. We strap her down to the dyno and see what this old girl has left in the tank.
Then start tearing her apart to make room for all the upgrades we plan on, which includes a major power boost.
Hey guys, welcome to Carcass. Well, the sun is shining. We are not in the shop today because we are out driving a new project vehicle.
And you probably can't tell from the inside, but we're in a 1989 Chevy C1500 pickup. This is what's considered now the OBS Chevy from 88 to 98. And we have some big plans for this thing.
Yeah, this is like a regular cab short box. The guys are starting to call them RCSBs. Obviously for regular cab short box trucks, yeah, so they're super popular.
Yeah.
It's still a throttle body truck. It's got a Wampin 700 R4, so it's got overdrive.
Yeah.
This must have been a little classier model. I don't know who did the conversions on these, but you know, it's got the wood grain center console. It's got the wood grain, well, it's plastic, I guess, on the dash and stuff, but
I don't like any of it.
You don't like any of it?
It just feels cheap to me.
It's, you know, this was a classic truck when I actually met my wife, believe it or not, in 1999. These were the hot trucks. She drove a 96 extended cab short box 4-wheel drive Z71.
Oh yeah, killer.
And that was their cabin truck. It's what they used to build the cabin, her family did at least. And
yep.
Man, those were the hot ticket.
Yeah, and for my generation now, like, these are kind of the hot rod, right? Because they're getting more popular, they're getting more expensive, but they're not quite out of that range where it's untouchable, I guess. And yeah, like you said, you're really familiar with these. When I was in high school, I drove a 97 Tahoe Z71, right, full giddy up on it. And yeah, like there's nothing to not like about this whole series of trucks, I don't think.
Well, at this point, you practically live in a truck like this because you have 2 of them now, right?
Yeah, I got Grandpa, right, which is my 92 GMC long bed single cab, and then I got 95 K2500. Right. That'll carry me around in the winter time, you know?
Right. 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, yeah.
These trucks are, they're getting not hard to find, but the prices are creeping up on them. You know, with popularity obviously comes some jacked up prices in the market, but yeah, you know, you can still find them, and we thought, you know, why not try to put one of these trucks together? Super common to do engine swaps. Everybody now makes wheels and tires that fit it. They make some brake upgrades.
Suspension stuff.
All sorts of suspension companies out there. You can start bolting a lot of things onto these trucks, and they can be a lot of fun, you know, to drive on the street, but they can also be a ton of fun to drive them on the track.
Yep, exactly. And like, you still have the utility of a truck.
Right, yeah, and it's still, they're still usable trucks.
Yeah.
So, you know, we've got big plans for this one. We don't ever like telling you guys what the plans are right away because we want you to stick around and, you know, see what's gonna happen. We are gonna throw this truck on the dyno and see what it's got left in it. Like, it's 350 TBI. It's got 247,821.5 miles on it as of right now.
And it smokes.
And it smokes really bad. So we need to swing into the gas station. We're gonna fill this thing up, throw some fresh gas in it, and then we'll get it back to the shop and throw it on the dyno.
Yep. And the AC doesn't work, so I want to get out of this damn thing anyway.
Right. Now before we hit the dyno, we're gonna fill our truck up with a little better grade fuel, and we're gonna be adding some seafoam motor treatment. Now this stuff helps clean dirty injectors and carb jets. It also helps with your intake valves and your combustion areas. Now you can run this stuff in your crankcase or in your fuel system, and for cars and trucks that are driven regularly, you can put 1 or 2 cans of seafoam in every 3,000 miles. And don't worry if you put too much in. Seafoam only contains petroleum-based cleaning and lubricating ingredients, and it can't harm your engine or your fuel system. Now we only added about half a can of seafoam and a couple gallons of fuel because we're just gonna run this thing on the dyno and then we're gonna tear it completely apart, get ready to swap out the motor. We head down to engine power and see what our OBS Chevy has left.
Listen to this sweet sounding rig here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have a file built?
Yeah, I got one built. I forgot how clean this truck is.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
I'm not sure if it's gonna set the world on fire on the roller here. But
Yeah, I've never seen a raked window. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, what?
Well, boys, this ain't the first time you've seen the truck, but we're back to pull some numbers now.
No, I really like this. It's a good looking rig. So
yeah, super straight, you know, throttle body 350. We've gone over this already. You guys seen it, and we're just pretty much here to see what it's gonna make for power. It's got like 247,000 miles on it, so.
Well, we won't expect much, but yeah. I think the real question is it gonna make more or less than the Honda?
It depends on before, well, I hope it's more than before boost, but I don't know about after boost, so we'll see.
Yeah.
What do you think then?
Numbers wise, yeah, like 171.
Okay, I'm going 185. I'm gonna shoot a little high.
Optimist.
I love your optimism. Just because it has a lot of miles on it doesn't mean it's down on power or whatever. But I am going to say, I think it might scratch 170.
Okay.
I'll go with you. I think it's like 178. We'll go with that.
Go a little higher.
A little high.
And Pat, to your case, you know, that may have had work done to it. We don't know anything about the truck.
Well, this has got some fancy work done to it just from the last time we've seen it. So pop the hood. We'll take a peek at it because I tell you, just because I say,
Frankie, you want to
I'm
strap it down?
To say that this isn't stock, and by that air cleaner.
Yeah, well, yeah, the taller it is, more horsepower, you know?
Yeah.
And if it fits loose, then even better.
It's loose. You don't want that too tight because that's a restriction. And I remember your wiring.
Oh yeah, that's.
Now see, this is an addition, so the battery doesn't move around this hot bungee here.
Yeah. Anything to gain the, you know, just fractions of horsepower.
There's nothing leaking out of it though, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, strap it down and we'll light it. It's on the lie detector, so we're gonna find out exactly what it makes.
Yep.
All right, we're all hooked up?
Yeah.
Ready to roll?
Go for it.
Let's do it.
Can you see us okay?
Yeah, I can see that.
All right. Straight up's $5 grand.
But yeah, because we don't have a tack in here,
Somewhere over here.
Just go till it stops.
Yeah.
I just got to find drive now. That's the tough part. I think that's it. That might be overdrive, though.
Take the brake off.
Here we go.
Exciting.
I hope I'm in drive, not overdrive. We'll figure it out here shortly.
What is it? Dang, somebody had a good guess.
That's not bad. 172.
No way.
kidding.
Who said 171?
Yeah. Awesome.
That was you?
171.
Dang.
239 and a half pound-feet of torque.
That's not too bad.
Heck yeah.
Back that up. That one's a fluke. Two's a real number.
All right. We'll do one more.
It can make 300 or 140 right here.
I don't know about that, but we'll see.
All right, go again.
That was a good pull.
All right, well, let's try it one more time.
Yeah, a little slow.
Brakes off. I'll go to $6 grand this time, just because why not?
Yeah, absolutely. If it'll go there.
Yeah, sounded like it was struggling.
smells though.
It's stinky.
It's a little stinky.
See, it was sitting bouncing between 2,500 and 33 grand.
175.
All right.
We're all in the
Yeah.
ballpark, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if we're all just good guessers or we just had low expectations.
I think we're all good guessers, actually.
No, I mean, that's actually not far off what these things actually make.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was peppy, so when we drove it.
It sounded fine.
That's
And
not
you
much
guys
loss.
have a motor already built for this,
Well,
right?
we might have something that makes a little bit more power than this one.
Just a scotch.
Just a little bit, yeah. The one we have tuned up for it, it's spicy. So.
I think it's going to go good in this thing. I think it's going to be like a really nice driver and also a little bit racy, which I think is what you guys wanted for it. So
Yeah, no, we're excited. We got to get this thing back down into our studio. We'll start tearing this thing completely apart, and then we'll have to come back down here. We'll pick up the motor that's sitting over there because I can see it.
yeah, so whenever you guys are ready for it, it's ready to go.
Yeah, and then, you guys can have this one too.
I said, don't get rid of this, save this one. There's nothing wrong with having one of these sitting around. We actually have a few sitting around right now, but we can always do things with them. The projects come through here all the time, and basically they're just plain fun and relatively cheap fun to do some stuff and put on our dyno. So
Yeah.
So I think we're good. Get it unstrapped and get her back down to the shop.
Yep.
that was the most uneventful chassis dyno.
Hey,
That's a
we
good
just
thing.
needed, like a baseline.
Nothing was spitting out, wasn't smoking.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, now you know where to start.
that's right. We'll get her unstrapped and we'll get out of here.
Coming up, we start tearing into the skeleton of our Chevy to get to the belly of the beast.
Well, Jimmy, we got this thing back out into the shop. It made a whopping 173 horsepower, which is nothing really to write home about. But I think we just kind of dive into this truck and get started.
Yep, and with this truck, we're going to be going for a pro touring style build, and with the pro touring movement going on the last few years, basically that means high performance, but also comfortable, something you can go out and drive. And so with this truck in particular, we're going to be taking out the stock powertrain, putting in the LS, that engine power built for us, matched with a 6-speed manual transmission. And up front, we're going to be doing a full front suspension kit. And in the rear, we're actually going to be doing a custom 3-link setup with some pretty trick stuff on it that you guys will see later.
And at the end of this, we're going to do a little bit of paint work on the side of the truck here to give it a little classier look. And then we're going to dive to the interior and kind of upgrade the seats so it's a little more comfortable for Jimmy and I to drive. But I think it's going to be a whole lot easier if we just kind of ditch the whole front clip. So let's just get rid of the core support fenders in the hood, and we'll get down to that drivetrain easier that way. And in the back, we'll just get rid of the whole box, and we'll just kind of get rolling here.
All right, let me get some tools.
All right, that should be good.
Ready?
Yep. That's gonna make a mess. I can't believe that's coolant.
Oh, that's yucky. It's brown, black.
Just terrible. Probably just cut the cooler lines, right? We don't need those anymore. Parts and pieces now. How long is a belt? Got the extension. Perfect. There. All right.
All right, I think it's about ready to come out.
I just got to finish the AC stuff here, so
Okay.
everything's loose. We just got to get it through the core support.
Yeah, nice. We got it.
All right, I should be loose once I get the screw completely out of there. Pull the fenders back. Here's the back already, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yep, okay. Back line. Go behind, there you go. Good.
Oh, we got one more thing.
Line that's just kind of stuck in there.
There you go.
There we go. I got mine. You keep working on yours.
There we go. Who needs inner fenders anyways?
At least it goes high enough. All right, so the last thing we're gonna do before the box off, let's get rid of the electrical. We're gonna undo this ground strap, and then we'll just unplug this connector up here.
All right, we'll get this thing down and we'll get the bed off.
All right, I'll go get the bed lift and the cherry picker. I'll maneuver that in there.
All right, take it on up.
You're out of here. There. Now I should be able to roll the truck right up from underneath it.
All right.
That is simple.
Cool. Jinx.
You owe me a Coke. The heart of our Chevy is still pumping, but it has to go to make some room for our transplant. You know, we work on a lot of different cars and trucks here in the Carcass studio, and we get asked, where do we find our next project vehicles? Well, a tool we like to use is AutoTempest.com.
And what AutoTempest does is they take a bunch of car listings from dealers and private sellers from all the top car listing websites, and they compile it in one place so it's really easy for you to get the car that you want.
You can search your vehicle out by year, make, and model, or you can get down to the real specifics and look at interior, color, and trim packages. And when we were looking for our Chevy pickup, we were looking for a very specific one. That was from 1988 to 1998.
So if you guys are looking for your next project or something that you can even daily drive, go to AutoTempest.com. All the cars, one search.
What do you think we get this motor out of here then?
Yeah, I'll take the drive shaft out.
Sounds good. Well, Jimmy's got the drive shaft out. We got a couple more bolts to get this engine out of here, and we're gonna have to come back in, cut the exhaust, and we'll hook up the cherry picker, pick this thing out of here. Right on time. Keep coming. There you go. All right, let me get out of here. We got one bolt on that side is still in yet. Not anymore.
Got it. All right. Let's go.
All right, go ahead. Hang on, AC, there we go. You know what, Jimmy? This isn't even a 350.
No?
Nope, says it right on the back here. 5.0 liters.
Jeez.
305.
I mean, 170 horsepower for a...
305?
That's actually not too terrible, but it's going to be getting a big upgrade. So.
Yeah, that LS that's going in here is going to be a giant upgrade.
Yeah. The engine build started with an iron block 6-liter LS. It has a 4-inch bore with 4-bolt main caps that are also cross-bolted. For the internals, the engine power guys use Summit Racing's Pro LS Series parts, including a 4340 forged crankshaft with a 4-inch stroke, a hydraulic roller camshaft, and a double roller timing set. For pistons, they used a 4032 forged style with coated skirts.
To cover the pistons, they went with a set of TrickFlow GenX 255 heads, also from Summit Racing. And before they ran this thing on the dyno, they topped it off with a FiTech Ultimate LS EFI system. On the dyno, the LS made 585 horse and just over 500 pound-feet of torque. You know, Jimmy, that LS is going to be a giant advantage over this tired old, well, it's a 305, I guess, now that we know that.
Yep, and it's going to take a little bit of work to get this thing in the truck, but all the swap parts are out there, so for us, it's just going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah, I think before we set that in between the frame rails here, we should take this outside, pressure wash underneath the hood here a little bit.
I agree. So if you guys like anything you've seen in today's show, go to PowerNationTV.com and be sure to check out our build pages where you can see more of our Pro Touring OBS Chevy, Project Junk Mail, and the Honda Rally car.
All right, let's get these out of the way and push the truck outside.